Hi, I'm Josh Ockman, Park Industries Customer Service Department. On this video, we are going to show you how to replace your large hopper low procs or your low garnet procs for your main hopper here. We already did drain our hopper and got all the garnet out of it. If you need to, see our video for how to empty out the main hopper for that. To start out with here, there's two ways to set it. So you can, if you look inside the tank here, you can see that the proximity switch is set so that it is past the edge of the tank. You don't want to have that in too far. That garnet can sit on the edge of the tank and that could give you a false reading that your hopper's full yet. So usually we have our sensors threaded all the way in to make sure that that doesn't happen. So to set the tank here, we're going to come down here and I'm going to just use a pail of the garnet from what we use to drain it out. So this is our brand new proc sensor here. You'll see a green light on it as soon as you plug it in. That's telling us that we do have power going to it. If we set that in the garnet, you'll see the amber colored light come on. And that's telling you you're sensing it. So if I pull it away, you can see that it shut off. So what you're looking for here is that I can hold that up to the garnet here, and about 1/8 to 1/4 inch there, it should start reading that garnet. And that's about where you want your sensitivity set at here, so that it stays on once you're reading that, or once you're 1/8 inch away. If you do need to adjust your sensitivity, there is a little flat-headed sensitivity adjustment here. You can see on the procs, you can go more or less sensitivity on what you need, and you can just adjust your sensitivity that way. Once you have that set, then we can take our procs off, and we are going to just set it to the side for now, but we'll pull out our old procs here. So I'm just cracking that nut loose and it should come out fairly easy. You might have to put a wrench on there, but it should just thread out. We do like to replace these procs when the tank is below, the garnet is below the procs level, so that when you do pull your procs out, you don't have garnet coming out and you're not fighting the garnet when you put your new procs in. So once you get that threaded out here, take our new procs and thread that one in. If you do have garnet on the threads, try and clean up them threads here. Grab an air blower to blow all that garnet off so that garnet's not sticking in my threads. Makes it harder. Now notice you should be able to thread it in by hand. I don't want to get too aggressive with wrenches and pliers trying to thread that in because I don't want to break my new procs. If you need to, make sure you clean out anything that's in the threads on your fitting here. Make sure your nut is right at the end there. Just thread that all the way in. I'm going to make it nice and easy for me that the sensitivity is right on the top, and we'll just snug that up. So that's what it should look like inside the tank once you're done there. Our tank is turned so we can access that side panel here. Once you're done, if you already set your sensitivity, you should be good to go. We can just plug in our cable and refill our main hopper. And if you did not set the sensitivity yet and you want to do it with it inside the tank, you can also double check it, plug your cable back in and just grab a handful of garnet and hold it right up to the procs, and it should sense that. You'll also want to double check that your input on the HMI panel, so on your diagnostics and input screen on your machine, that your large garnet or large hopper procs is reading. green when there's garnet in front of it. If it's reading red, it's not sensing that. So if you have garnet in front of it, you can see it triggering on the proximity sensor itself, but it's not triggering back there, then you may have a cable issue that's running back to the machine. So double check that input to make sure it's reading correctly, and once you have all that done, then you can put your panel back on and refill your hopper. So we'll move over here quick and just put our panel back on. Our panel's a little tight to our wall. So when you do put your panel back on, try and line up your oval. You can see the impression where the tank was, and try and line that up. Slide our bolt back in. And make sure our lines are lined up. I just want to make sure that it does have a nice seal again. Tighten that back up, and once you have that on, then you can get your proximity, get your tank back into place if you had to move yours. Otherwise, hook your prox back up and fill your tank, and that is how you replace your large hopper prox or low garnet prox. As always, if you have any questions, please give our customer service department a call, and we'd be glad to help. Thank you.